Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Saraswati. How are you doing for today?
Yeah, I'm doing well today. Thank you. How about you? How was your day?
I had a pretty busy day. I was kind of uh, running around,
Mm-hmm.
traveling around on my bike from one point of the city to another because I had a lot of coordination work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm involved in some kind of construction work right now of my personal space, of my
Okay.
own living space. So there's a lot of coordination going around, and I've been running around. So a bit tired, but
Mm-hmm.
still a fruitful day, a profitable day in terms
Mm-hmm.
of usage of time.
Mostly, I think you open your slots in the evening time only.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, most of the time 9 to 12 because I don't have a dedicated time to assign for this.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine I assign 12 to 1, but I never know what might come up at that time. So I always make it a point that this is the time nobody disturbs me. I don't get a call, nobody calls me, nobody disturbs me. And at my home, almost everybody is asleep by 11 o'clock. So I get some time without any hindrances or
Mm-hmm.
obstacles. So
Okay.
that's the reason I come. What about you? You have a kid to look after again. So what is the reason for taking late in the night? Do you take day sessions also?
Some mostly I take sessions in daytime only.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this
So this is the
time
first
I
time.
yeah mostly I avoid taking session at this time because means as I'm a homemaker, so lots of work for me. Even for next day also, we have to prepare lots of things for the next day in
Yes.
the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. How old is your kid, Saraswati?
My daughter is 12 years old.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, see, I would want to bring this topic up. Today, we will discuss about this whole the challenges of a female,
Mm-hmm.
challenges of a female in today's day and age. Okay.
Yes.
What are the challenges? What are the challenges if the female is working?
Yes.
Okay, what are the kind of support you expect but generally don't get from people living in the house?
Yes.
Okay, if it happens, it's very good, you're lucky.
Yes.
Okay, but so
Yes.
talk about little bit about these this aspects. What are the challenges of a homemaker? Okay, just a homemaker, but who doesn't work. And another, because you have played both roles very well.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
worked also. Okay.
Yes.
Were you at any point working when you had your daughter?
Yes.
How many years?
Uh, 5 years.
Wow, that's a wonderful time. That's a long enough time. And that too, when she was born, from that point
Yeah,
until 5 years, you have worked.
yes.
Oh, so now you have left the job and now you're full time taking care of your daughter and the house.
Yes.
Okay, you're a
Yeah.
perfect person to tell me the challenges of working and taking care of the family, not working outside and
Yes.
taking care of the family and the home. So first tell me your current challenges. What are your current challenges of being a homemaker? Uh, Whatever condition it is, you have to. What are challenges do you face?
Being a homemaker,
Hmm.
it's easy job as well
Hmm.
as difficult too. Because if we are a homemaker, so at least we spend whole time at home,
Hmm.
spend time with our family members, spend time to our husbands, to spend time with our children too. That is a good benefit a homemaker can get. Sitting at home and taking care of their family. Even along with that, she can enjoy plethora of things, like she can work on their skill if she has any,
Hmm.
if she has any, or if she wants to do something,
Hmm.
just start from home.
Hmm.
So after completing all for household chores,
Hmm.
still there are lots of time. In that time we can do.
Yes.
These are the benefits. Sitting at home are a pure homemaker, I can say.
Okay.
And these are the positive things, are the advantages.
Hmm.
And the disadvantages, that as a homemaker we have, means 24-hour works without,
Yes.
we are ready for everyone at any time. Like, as I am early bird, I get up every day at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Since 5 to 12, I am busy in the whole day, but only I take rest in afternoon for 1 hour.
Again, tell that sentence again.
uh, I don't want to be disturbed by other one.
Yes, I by anybody. I don't want to be disturbed by anyone.
Yes.
Yes.
So otherwise, it's a good thing to be a homemaker. But
Huh.
sometimes what happen, we are dedicated and for everyone. But in return, if someone scold us and expect more
Huh.
than our capacity, so definitely we somewhere we get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What is the support that most of the homemakers expect from people in the house, but they don't get or they never get?
Support mostly in kitchen
Hmm.
sometimes,
Hmm.
because if we have kids, so we also have to focus to our kid.
Hmm.
And at the same time there are a plethora of works at home, so
Hmm.
definitely we have the expectation from the other family members to just a helping hand. If
Hmm.
they support, so we can do our work very easily without
Hmm.
frustration.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And I
Great.
can say I am a lucky person because my husband is very supportive. Yes,
Hmm.
he mostly he does not go in kitchen,
Hmm.
because means he will, if he will go, so he definitely mismatch all the things. So I
Yeah. And that is going to be double work for you to put again, rearrange everything according
yes,
to
yes,
your preference.
yes. But if whatever I tell him, so
Huh.
definitely he is ready to do that work. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And the second one, a woman who works outside as well as she's a home manager. I can, that time I can consider not a home maker. She is a home manager now,
Yes.
because she just take try to make the balance of their professional as well as personal life too when she comes uh, home.
Hmm.
So sometimes it's very difficult to handle.
Hmm.
As I, when I was working and my daughter was very small,
Hmm.
so means there was a myriad of challenges I faced at that time.
Hmm.
And it's a very challenging for every woman,
Hmm.
whether you are on big post or you just just on a small post, whether you are, but if you are working, so really it's a very challenging for a woman who have a kid,
Hmm.
especially who have a kid.
Yes.
Because sometimes what happen, if they get uh, sick, or some means they have need, so immediately we have to take leave from our workplace. And
Hmm.
mostly what happen when we demand for leave, so our boss shouted on us. Sometimes it happens with me
Yes.
several times.
Hmm.
So that's because of reason. And since my means when my daughter was very small, so my means mother's mother and father, my means my parents were taking care of her. And suddenly when my mother passed away, when my daughter was 3.5 year old, so after that it was really very challenging for me to take care of my daughter, because she had the habit of to live with my mother. And when I
Ah.
uh, means try to means to keep my daughter in the daycare, she was not ready to live there at any rate.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah, she started crying every time. And that take care called me, come back, your daughter is not in control, she's crying a lot. So
Oh,
yeah, so after finally I decided to leave my job. Yes. So it's really
okay.
very, very challenging.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But see, let me tell you, Saraswati. In fact, I have gone through the same situation. Basically, even I had been quite helpful. At least
Mm-hmm.
my wife will not disagree on that aspect. If you ask
Mm-hmm.
her as well, that we also, both of us, we raised our kid all by ourselves.
Yeah.
Myself and my wife, only two of us, no support, nothing. So I used to work during that time. I'm not working right now. Working in the sense, I'm definitely I work, but I didn't have a regular job. I was not.
Yeah.
Now I don't have a regular job. Now I freelance. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was bringing up our kid, I was working. So I was working in shifts as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I know the difficulties of a person who has to take care of a toddler, a child, a kid, newborn
Yeah.
kid. Okay. And if you don't get support, it's like all hell breaks loose. You get
Mm-hmm.
into frustration, you get angry, you get uh, generally very
Mm-hmm.
repulsive at your situations
Yeah.
currently, and you expect some kind of help always, at least the
Yeah.
people who are living around you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me this one. How difficult was the decision to leave the job when you felt your daughter's care was more paramount for you than continuing the job? Okay,
Yeah.
was paramount for you. Paramount. Have you heard this word?
I heard this word, but I don't know the meaning exactly. Paramount.
Paramount. Paramount means sarvopari important,
Mm-hmm.
सबसे important. It is of paramount importance to me that I get my kid admitted to the best school.
Mm-hmm.
It is of paramount importance to me that I stay in very good health so that I don't have to go to hospitals at all.
Mm-hmm.
सबसे ज्यादा important, paramount.
Okay. Uh,
Okay, so yeah, tell me how important, how difficult was that decision, and tell me something under. See, for any decision to happen in life, there is always a trigger.
mm,
Okay, there is always a trigger. Have you heard the word trigger?
yes, yes, I heard.
Yes, there is always a trigger. Now, what was the trigger for you to take that decision to leave a job? Okay, and
Yeah.
how difficult was it for you to adjust to the new life
Mm,
of becoming a homemaker from a working woman and a home manager, as you called it?
yeah. It was really very challenging for me, but
Hmm.
as I am a proactive person, so what
Hmm.
I did actually, as I understood that my daughter will not stay in daycare,
Hmm.
so I decided to leave my job, but I didn't tell that any this decision to anyone. That was in my mind only. And what I exactly I did, I started gathering clients
Hmm.
so that I can start my own as when I was working.
Huh.
So it was double pressure that time for me, like 8 to 9 to 7. I was working in office, and again when I come back from office, so after dinner and everything, I sit for the client work,
Okay.
and every 3 4 hours I do, like in night, one, sometimes at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I do the client works. In this way, I gathered the client, and when I got confidence, like clients were means they appreciated my work
Hmm.
which I made for them. So it was the that you trigger point that click, yes, now I am very confident I can leave that job. But still I
Huh.
didn't leave. I told my boss that I will do your work, but not to stay in office. You can give your job at home,
Huh.
and I will send it back on online through online only. So as my boss had the habit of my hands job, and
Huh.
even clients also appreciate and they just want the job of my hands.
Huh.
So my boss agreed for that.
Could you tell that sentence again? They wanted the job of my hand. Uh,
Of my hand, that means which I made as I do the work on Photoshop.
huh.
So they appreciate the work of my hand, the job I do, I
हम्म
did.
लेकिन आपने जो सेंटेंस यूज किया ना दे
That is wrong.
या ऑफ इट्स लाइक टेलिंग इन हिंदी उनको मेरे हाथ का बना
मेरे
खाना
हाथ
ही
का,
अच्छा लगता है
yes,
ओके
yes, yes,
नाउ
yes, yes,
दैट इज
yes.
नॉट अ करेक्ट word to word changing in English. Okay,
Okay.
my clients like the work of my hand only.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is not correct English. That is
Okay.
not correct English. Could you give me a better version of that?
Yes, I can say that clients appreciated the work that I did.
Wonderful. That's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
so in this way, I started means gathering client, and even I also convinced my boss to give job at home.
Huh.
And in during pandemic, I decided to start my own because there was a lot of clients I gathered,
Hmm.
and means I was totally full of I was totally what we say means there was a lot of work to do, and
Hmm.
it was not means handled by myself alone. So that's the reason I quit my recent job, which I was where I was working. And
Okay.
in this way, I started and didn't face any type of challenges because when I was working till that, I started doing my client's job.
Wonderful. You're a person who has a kind of a, you look ahead. You look ahead,
Yes,
you plan ahead. And it's not always, you're not a person for every situation, some people give a very knee jerk reaction.
yes,
Okay. That
yeah,
some people react in a kind of a knee jerk way. Okay. Have you heard this term, knee jerk?
no,
No. Okay, great. Now this one, knee jerk reaction.
knee jerk reaction.
Okay. Now what is knee jerk reaction? Now some people have a knee jerk reaction to situation. ठीक है? नी
Yeah.
जर्क मतलब बिना सोचे समझे कुछ भी कर देना.
Mm-hmm.
Just without thinking, reacting to a situation. It's just a knee jerk reaction. There is no thought, there is no explanation, there is no
Yeah,
planning, just a knee jerk reaction. But
yes,
in your case, it was not a knee jerk reaction.
yeah,
ठीक है. Now what
yeah.
is knee jerk reaction? आपको याद रखने के लिए मैं बोलता हूं knee jerk. knee
Yes,
फर्स्ट वर्ड क्या है? knee.
knee,
knee मतलब
knee,
आप
घुटना. Yeah.
घुटना. जर्क मतलब झटका.
Okay, jerk means
ठीक है.
झटका.
आपने अभी वो क्या, यू माइट हैव गॉन थ्रू सम सिचुएशंस वेयर इन you're standing, okay, you're standing, and suddenly one of your knees or both your knees suddenly it just gives away. You just
Yes, yes.
छट
Sometimes
से
it
बैठ
happens.
जाते हो आप.
Yes,
मतलब
yes.
सारी शक्ति खो जाती है और सडनली बैठ जाते
Mm-hmm.
हो. ठीक है. इट्स अ
Yeah,
काइंड ऑफ अ reaction which you didn't anticipate, which you didn't plan. Suddenly something happens to you and you just knee jerk हो जाता है. Knee
yeah,
jerk, knee jerk.
jerk. Yeah,
So any reaction which doesn't have any thought to it, any planning to it, and which is done in the spur of the moment. Again, one more word, spur of the moment. ये सुना है आपने ये टर्म?
no.
ये I thought this is something you might have.
Part of the movement.
Yes, spur of the moment. I'll put this word also. This is something that you do just in the spur of moment. Okay, now what does that mean? Done without planning in advance. Any job done without planning in advance is something that you do in spur of the moment.
Okay.
ठीक है? So any work that you do in the spur of the moment is a knee jerk reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Fine?
Yeah.
Which you didn't do. You thought,
Yeah.
you went over the pros and cons of the situation, and
Yeah.
then came up with a solution. Let me gather the clients, let me see if I can handle working from home, and then let me decide if I want to leave the job or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been this methodical all your life, Saraswati? Or is it something that you developed over years of experience or your experience at workplace?
I think I have developed with my experiences.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah.
Wonderful. Have you been this aspect of yours, planning ahead, and do you bring this to all other aspects of your life, like planning your life, planning your kids' education, planning your saving, probably improving your standard of living, going to the next level, buying a big home, saving something for the future, all these aspects? Do you think in all these aspects also ahead of time?
Yes. And I do planning for all these things.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tell me one aspect of it where you have literally planned very well and very meticulously.
I think when we bought our new home,
Huh.
because in Mumbai, as we live in Mumbai, so buying home in Mumbai by our own means our own strength is not so easy. Why
Yes.
it happened? Because of our hard work and we did saving. Then since when I have started working,
Okay.
I didn't explore so many places. I saved all my money,
Hmm.
and because of that, we buy a home in Mumbai with our own money.
Because of which you you bought your own home in Mumbai.
Yeah,
And owning a home in Mumbai is a Herculean task, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's very
It's a
difficult.
Herculean task. Have you
Yeah,
heard this term? It's a
yes, yes,
Herculean task.
yes,
Great.
yeah,
Definitely a Herculean task. And it's a great achievement.
yes.
So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. Have you heard it?
No,
Kudos to you.
those,
Kudos to you.
those,
ठीक है? Kudos to you. जैसे मैंने कहा, क्या हो सकता है इसका मीनिंग?
those to you.
Hmm.
Uh, Would you please repeat your sentence again so that maybe I can
I'll
get
repeat my
the,
sentence again.
yeah,
So, with great planning, with great foresight, you on your own, you means in the sense you and your husband, your
yeah,
family, on your
yeah,
own, without outside support, bought a home in a city like Mumbai. That's a
yeah.
great achievement. Kudos to you.
So great achievement to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
Keep
Okay,
it
okay.
up.
Yes, yes. Congratulations to you.
Okay, keep it up. Great work.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I have to tell what this actually means, now here is the explanation of kudos to you. Just read this.
An informal way to express praise or appreciation for someone's achievements.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
next time your daughter
Yeah.
achieves something, wins a prize, gets great marks in some tests, you
Yeah.
say kudos to you.
Those two. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And you yourself, by your practice of taking down these notes, exploring them further. In fact, I found many words that you used in today's session. You know, plethora of things. Wonderful. Myriad of challenges. Very advanced English word. Myriad of challenges. I was a bit surprised. Oh God, wow. Myriad of challenges. So you have worked a lot, Saraswati. It's absolutely wonderful for me to meet a person who has put in this amount of work to improve the English vocabulary, the phrasing, the structuring of sentences. So kudos to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So keep writing, keep practicing. Practice this from today's session. I have the things that I've given: knee jerk reaction.
Yes, yes.
Okay. In the
Yeah,
spur of the moment. In the spur of the moment.
yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
kudos to you. Now, kudos to you, definitely you will remember, but
yeah.
make some sentences with knee jerk reaction and
Mm,
in the spur of moment.
yeah,
Okay,
yes,
so this is what probably I will. I intend to have a more of a free flowing conversation with you, and in that conversation, I will try to give you as many contextual new words or
yeah,
phrases, so that that becomes a part of your conversation as well.
yeah,
Okay, and
mm,
I seem to observe that you learn better that way by your method of writing down sentences, exploring it further, and then using in your own conversation.
yeah. It's not
Okay.
so easy because learning one word, and after that, at the time of speaking, it's really very challenging. But I really try my best to use, and if that word automatically comes in my mouth, so it's okay. Otherwise, if I press myself, so means it breaks the fluency, I think.
Yes. No, you will take time. Now, myriad of challenges. How did that come? Practice. You practice, and an opportunity presented itself where
Yes,
you felt, wow, myriad of challenges. Let me use that word here. So
yeah,
takes time, but ultimately with practice and great dedication, you
mm,
pick up things. And once it's the usage that you need to do is only once. First time it's difficult. Once
yes,
you use it, you start using it again. It's only
yeah,
the
yeah,
first time that is difficult.